Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy Cerrone.
Give him a better intro than that. It's fucking Donald Cerrone in the house.
Nobody need. If anybody doesn't need an intro, it's Donald Cowboy.
You went like this.
Cerrone.
Hey everyone.
Hey, we're back.
Cowboy, we're back. It's fucking Cowboy in the Fighting Kids studio, son.
Finally. First of all, finally.
I
Second
agree,
of all,
man.
you did some acting.
I did some acting.
You were on Always Sunny just now?
Yeah, we're on set. We're getting ready to do for UFC 191. We're doing like a whole spiel. So
really,
like a whole promo thing. You probably can't.
I can't really talk about it.
I'm
gonna be I'm playing me, Cowboy playing a cowboy.
Oh, I like it.
Must have been tough to get into that role.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Had to dive deep.
Yeah, they said it's gonna have to do with cutting weight, and they're like, we need to make you look really miserable. I'm like, well, I'll just cut weight because it's fucking miserable. Like, I got that role.
Yeah. I've done that a couple times.
Yeah, I got.
How'd you get linked up with those guys? Like I've seen.
Last time UFC was here in LA, Rob was coming down the stairs with Caitlin, and I was like, "What, yo,
Sweet D."
Yeah, and Caitlin's like, "Yo, you're like your biggest fan." I'm like, "Well, I'm his also. I watch fucking. That's my go-to.
Me too.
Flight. Well, whenever I'm taking a flight, I watch.
I've
3-4
never
episodes.
seen the show.
It's
I gotta
brilliant,
see
man.
it.
It's brilliant.
It is brilliant. And the brilliance is watching those guys. I don't even know if improv is the right word because they have their lines, but every take was different. Like they just whip it.
Professionals, especially where they're in season 9 or 10.
Yeah, it's just,
and
they know each other so well.
The concepts you got to see it because the concepts they come up with is insane.
They did 4 or 5 takes and not one was the same.
Wow.
And I was
that's when you know you're dealing with not only people that trust each other and know each other, but that's how they keep it so dynamic.
The one who's kind of blown up from, I mean, they're all obviously killing it, but Charlie, because he's getting into movies, he's in all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. He's so funny, man. But Rob,
I love his voice, and he hit high pitch for us today.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah,
oh,
it was cool.
Damn,
he got it.
Damn, I love that.
So excited to meet you guys.
So excited. But Rob came out to train with you. Did he come?
Yeah, he came and he was writing a movie. I don't know if I can even talk about when he was writing, but he CA'd out in my RV and for 8 or 9 days.
Dang,
and
man.
He trained?
Every night. He'd come in and be like, okay, let's, my writing's done. And he drank 4 to 8 monsters a day.
Did he really?
Yeah. He's like, I never drink these. I'm fucking
4 to 8
floor right now.
Thinking it's going to give him cardio.
Just hammer.
So what was he training, like rolling with you? You were holding mitts?
Holding mitts, just whatever.
You just wanted to experience it.
Yeah, it's fun. And we had full camp going on, so we had 10, 12 guys there, and
he's just in the rotation.
What? No, I mean
fuck.
I was gonna say he's never. Yeah, he doesn't train.
I mean, he doesn't have ninja skills.
No, he's just there to experience it.
He's not Brian Callen.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have dance moves.
He's not jumping in.
Man.
Well, I'm water. I told you. They call me grab water. It's like grabbing water when you try to.
Cowboy. So all your camp, as always, is at the ranch. You're doing all your stuff there.
Listen to that.
That's how I know.
That's your fucking.
That's
some cowboy shit.
That's how I know Mama's calling.
Oh, bro.
That's legit.
A wolf.
Legit.
Guess who's changing their ringtone?
His gonna be a wolf. When I call, it's gonna be a wolf now,
dude. 100%.
So for you,
it's gonna be.
You've been there for a while. It's just your whole ranch is where you're doing full camp now.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I go down to spar, but I don't really spar anymore. So we were talking about that the other day about sparring, and my question is, how many? I think if people walk into the Walmart and the clicker hit and click, 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 how many times do you click until Walmart's full?
Yeah.
Right?
Your Walmart's pretty full.
You think so?
I've seen you spar.
Yeah.
Your Walmart is...
You've seen me fight. 0 head movement, just taking blows.
I've seen you spar, and I was like, what the... Like, Cowboy... For you to say you're not sparring anymore is, like, insane.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about... He's one of the original bangers, man. You... Dwayne, Nate, Christian.
You said that
Cody.
Dwayne was the guy who taught you the most, right?
I think he taught me the most how to take an ass whipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember days I'd just come in there bloody, beaten, and I'd be back the next day.
He wasn't fun to spar with, I'd imagine.
He wasn't fond of me, I don't think.
Well, no, I think everyone thought that, but he was hard on everyone. Like, Dwayne was the guy who shut the fuck up and spar. Wow. Shut up, be on time. Shut up, like he was very militant about things.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of guys would say
that. And so
that.
you're saying that you're at this point in your career, you don't feel you need to spar anymore.
Yeah, like I literally could not spar one day and not even do jiu-jitsu one day, and I'd be mentally fine for a fight. It wouldn't make any difference to me. Yeah, just the cardio. I need
because it's muscle memory and
I mean, I've been there. I know how to fight, like technique and am I fighting? Shab, what am I gonna do? What is he gonna do? blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, I fucking bite down and give her. I know I got that.
Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah,
I got that.
But also, is that because you're able to improvise off of what you're given in the ring in the moment? Is that the idea?
I don't know.
I don't know if they're going to throw anything new that you haven't seen, really.
Right, that's how I feel. I mean, I just feel like I know how to fight, and I don't want to keep clicking that. I don't want the fucking new guys getting better on my head when I'm down there at the gym.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't want the new guys beating me up and punching my clicker at Walmart.
Damn, Cowboy, this is impressive. I thought you'd be one of the old sticklers, be like, nah, you got to spar 6 times a week to drooling shit in your pants.
Drill. You got to drill. Drill.
Yeah,
So what do you mean for us guys like us? What do you mean by drill in terms of?
What do you mean guys like us?
Like they're just the people listening who don't train the way.
So let's say we're working our wrestling or working our jiu-jitsu. So whatever specific moves that I'm working for the opponent I'm gearing up for, we're going to drill those scenarios, right? Okay. And a lot of it's wrestling, a lot of it's jiu-jitsu. I don't have to get punched in the face to know that he's going to throw a big right hand. Right. We can just pretend it's coming. We can act it.
You know what I would do, Cowboy, if I was your manager or if I was Dana White? I wouldn't tell you when the fight is.
I would love that.
Why?
I would just be like, stay in shape because no one's better than Cowboy on short notice. Right. There's not a better fighter in the world. If we went, hey, Cowboy, you got to fight, name a guy. Tomorrow night, my money's on Cowboy.
Just go.
That's how he is. But if you go, Cowboy, you got 6 months until this fight, it's like, fuck me.
Because
he's such a
We almost had a fight down in L.A. on Sunset last night.
What happened?
Coming out of the steakhouse, waiting for my Uber. Mm-hmm. These 2 Mexican guys pull up in like a shanty-ass 4-door, I don't know what the hell it was. And they asked me, hey, is this the gay bar?
Funny joke.
And I said, come again? And he said, y'all look like...
Was it you and Callan, though?
No, it was me and Will. And, Callan had just taken off. He had to get home.
I get out of there. I
got out of there.
I'm like a phantom.
They had the Tesla pulled. It's gone.
Yeah, but
so had something went wrong, taillights was out of there. That's
right. I run.
So then it was just you two, and these boys pulled up. We're like, hey, is this the gay bar?
Yeah, and then I said, come again? And, he starts talking shit.
Oh, damn.
And so then the steam starts burning inside my soul, and I start thinking, what motherfucker? Like raging.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I take a step towards the car, and the passenger kind of reaches back like he's going to pull a pistol. So now the rage is supersetting in me.
You're in Los Angeles, yeah.
I don't even give a... I'll make him eat that motherfucker. That was in my mind. I'm going to fucking get you. And Uber pulls up, Will grabs me, throws me in the car, fucking let's go.
I'm a fan of this guy.
Will, good job.
Dude, I feel just the way you're talking and your demeanor, back in the day when we were in Denver, if we'd go out, you'd have that Cowboy was like, he was like the pit bull you couldn't trust. Like, God damn it, Cowboy. Relax, man.
What a surprise.
Fucking relax.
Just wanted to fight.
Some guy like, hey, nice cowboy hat. Genuine compliment. Like, the fuck's wrong with the cowboy hat? All right, man. Can we please?
Here we go.
Yeah.
And what's funny is if you didn't know him back in the day, he's pretty thin. You might think,
no,
well, I
everyone in
wrestled.
Denver knew. I mean, they were looking.
Yeah. It was.
You can tell.
The funny thing about looking for trouble, it's not very hard to find. If you look for it.
Especially for you.
Yeah.
But dude, you're like a magnet.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see because as you're getting older like that, obviously you're more professional because.
Well, now I went through all that boat rage incident, right? That was 2 years of my life and $150,000.
And that wasn't even your fault.
That wasn't even my fault. That was someone just in 2 days of attack, and just to see. So now it's like, man, you have
a lot to lose.
But it's like at the same time I have that inner fucking want to just rage on something. Like last night I was hot. Boiling.
Well, especially because these guys are just picking on you. They've done some studies, like they say, anthropologists have said that because we learned to communicate long before we had language, some people just attract problems. They just do. I never do.
He's
some
in a
dudes
fucking
do.
cowboy hat.
They just attract problems. They think that regardless of whatever it is, you're giving off an alpha energy, and other dudes, certain a-holes, are seeing that. And God knows what it is, little ticks, but we pick up on patterns, and it'll tap into somebody's primordial lizard brain, some asshole. He's like, the guy's trying to fight me. Guys, that guy's alpha. That guy thinks he owns that area of the block. I think I'm gonna have to go over there and say something.
Maybe. Cool. I think the world's just full of tools who are insecure, and they see Donald Cerrone with a cowboy hat on.
Well, that's what
guys pulled up and was like, "Hey, bitch, this is where the gay bar's at." They're just
tools.
Dummies.
You attract tools.
Tools.
Yeah.
Huh.
I like the cowboy hat.
I don't know if he does. It's what. But you used to look for it. Now you don't, though.
I don't look for it anymore.
And dude, it's crazy to see that. You're way calmer. and you're still doing crazy shit, but at least you're really realizing the repercussions of sparring.
It's called being 33, right?
It's being 33.
Fighting for 12 years in the UFC, I think.
It's crazy. This next fight is going to be my 31st UFC walk.
God damn. That's insane. Is there
not to pat myself on the back or thing, but I've been in the top. I'd like to say I've been in the top 10 the whole time.
For sure.
Right?
Damn. I was saying yesterday, I said, that's a huge accomplishment.
I think it's cool.
Has anyone who has more than that? Because you fight often too.
I don't know. I think
in that short amount of
Anderson
time
might have. We're close.
The Diaz brothers, maybe Nate has one.
I have fucking no idea.
But are you counting your WC fights too?
Yep, that's all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Damn, man, that's insane.
Crazy.
Well, we were talking, Cowboy. I said, when are you gonna stop? He goes, when I'm 43 and I need a walker to get into the ring.
That's not true. You're smarter than that.
I know he is. But we were talking about how that transition.
No way, bro. Because what's going to happen, because with your personality and all this shit, someone's going to come along like, hey, man, we want you to do this crazy traveling reality show and pay you this much money. So instead of getting kicked in the face, do this.
Yep.
Yeah, like I think getting kicked in the face is like my vent.
It's going to be hard.
You think you need it?
You're going to have a hard time transitioning.
So I feel after a fight, that's why I always call Dana right away after a fight. Like, I feel unemployed, man. It's weird. Like, I fight, and then I don't have a date. Like, I don't have nothing to work for, so I feel like I'm just out.
Brendan sent me an article today about football players and what happens because your life is so regimented when you're in the NFL, and the minute you get cut or you retire, it all stops.
Right.
And now your spending habits, nobody helps you transition. Nobody helps you. The psychology of not being able to define yourself as a football player anymore. What happens to you when you don't have a regimented life, but money and time on your hands.
And you also don't have a coach going. You also don't have anyone holding you accountable saying, all right, because if you want to get drunk every day, you can't do that and be a professional football player. Right. Now you have all this time. It's like,
so 78% according to this article, 78% of NFL football players are broke within 2 years.
I think it was 3 years.
No, I'm sorry, it's 5 years. I think 5 years or something.
Well, I'll be broke immediately.
Well, no.
Are you better with your taxes?
TV show.
Oh yeah, I'm all up squared away with my taxes. That's got that.
In Denver, he's like, nah, we're all sitting there like, I don't do taxes. I'm like, what?
They got me. Yeah. They said, oh, you don't. Oh, come again? Yeah.
Well, you're real badass too. I don't pay fucking tax. I'm like, that's kind of badass. However, they're gonna.
However,
I was like, no, that is really rebel. But
but as the saying goes, there are two things we know: you gotta die, you're gonna die someday, and you gotta pay taxes, and the U.S. government will come after you. Well,
So I'm up to date. I'm all squared away.
Part of the recklessness is what makes him a great fighter. Because I was talking to my man over here who does all his video, and he said Cowboy will walk in and just put on gloves, not even wrap his hands, and go, "Let's bang." I'll put my hand.
He's a natural born fighter.
Well, yeah, I was surprised that you actually spar with Alistair Overeem and guys like Jon Jones.
Well, I mean, we used to spar.
Yeah,
Cody. I mean,
miserable.
Miserable. Why not give
him hell? Can't fucking hit him. Of course it's fun for him. You can't fucking hit him. He's too fast.
Bad motherfucker.
So he's going around tearing up our legs. Like, all right, goddamn it.
Just kicking your legs.
Cowboy, do you think the reason why you're so extreme outside the cage is because you don't have anything lined up, so you're trying to fulfill? Like,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
I think it's chasing that feeling. You know, like football players. You know, you guys get that feeling every Sunday, right? We get it once a year. Some guys once a year. Yeah. I get it 6 times a year.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm looking for. Why do I jump out of an airplane? Because it gives me that same scared, adrenaline, ass puckering feeling.
And you love that.
Oh, fucking feel it. I can't get enough of it.
So let's say fighting ended for you. Well, how are you going to fulfill that?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
Start a backyard brawl. Day 5000
Kimbo
style.
Shit.
Yeah.
Some ranch.
We gotta get him a TV show. I told him, we're gonna produce your TV show.
Oh, he doesn't even need it. I'm telling you, if your manager's not working on that, you should fucking slap him. I told you at the live show.
No, yeah, 100%.
We're. I got a lot of pokers in the fire right now.
You gotta just stay busy, and you will.
I will. I'm trying, but I love it.
So Cote's next for you.
Cote.
It's a good fight. It's a fun fight.
Sure.
For sure. Yeah, it's a fun fight. So so let's say, God willing, get through Cote, right?
What do you mean, God? Of course I'm gonna get through.
Of course.
What the fuck
all
are
right.
you talking about?
Hey,
so let's say,
hold on.
so let's say you kick his face.
Yeah.
Well, some guys, it's like, hey, easy, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's not count
not
the
Donald.
chickens.
Donald's like, I'll fight that
so let's
guy
say you kick his face off, which is probably
Right.
gonna happen because he likes to come forward and just brawl. So you kick his face off.
It's probably gonna be a knee kick.
Good chance.
Set him
Yes.
down, head kick.
100%. You're gonna rip his face off. So then, what in a perfect world, you're Dana? What do you do with Cowboy?
CM Punk.
No, that's not happening.
You want to know? You want to
He's
know
not
what
fighting.
the perfect UFC fight would be?
Yeah.
Can I guess? Before you say
UFC 200.
200.
Dana White against CM Punk.
That's actually kind of brilliant.
I mean,
But it's not.
Dana
do you
can
know how
box.
many pay-per-views that would sell?
That's actually a.
They both have the same number of fights in the octagon.
Dana's how old's Dana? 50?
It's kind of a no. Dana is younger than I am.
No, I don't think so. Dana's
45, 46?
No, he's late 40s.
I would buy it. I would watch it.
I
as
think
a
it's great
freak show.
idea. He's 46.
46.
Hey, listen, Dana boxes and Dana rolls, and Dana's rich, so he can hire somebody to
Anybody,
tag
yeah.
in. Either way, I love that idea. I think that might be the greatest fight of all time. For me.
You gotta relax. There's no. I mean, that's terrible.
That'd be hilarious.
That's terrible. I think
It's kind of legit though, in a
it's
weird
not.
way.
No, it's not.
Why?
Legit. Dana's not a fighter. CM Punk compared to Dana, CM Punk's fucking Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't.
Well,
Dana's not a
apparently
fighter.
Dana can actually box.
According to who? How many boxing matches did he have?
Well, he was getting ready for
Tito?
Tito.
It never
He
happened.
boxed Tito, didn't they?
No,
they box?
no, they
happened.
never boxed.
Well, when he did our podcast, he said,
It never happened.
I boxed with Tito and it didn't work out so
no,
well for
he
Tito.
was his manager, and he might have jumped in there.
You got Dana on here?
Yeah.
He sat right here?
Years ago.
Oh.
Hey, this is before I went fucking loose.
Before you went
when he
nuclear?
liked me. Yeah, when he liked me.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Dana on it? Not here. It would be fun if he did come on. I don't think he would.
He's
but
welcome.
Of
He is
course.
welcome. I'll text him, tell him, hey.
The thing, I like him. We just, some things I disagree on. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, you have your opinion.
Of course I do.
have your
man.
opinion.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're a human being.
So, Patrick Cote, kick his face off. I'm Dana White. What's next for Cowboy?
Oh, man, I want UFC 200 for sure.
In July.
Yeah, 3 weeks later. 2 weeks later.
Bro, it's gonna be tough to get you. It's gonna be tough to get you a big fight, though.
Well, I don't even care. I don't even need a big fight. I don't even care.
It's stacked. And
Listen,
you're high profile.
This is what I told Dana. I said, you got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 36 bouts going on. There's got to be one in there I could get on.
And what's he say? Let's see what happens.
He just tells me, shut up. Sometimes I got to protect you from you, Cowboy. That's
He's
what he tells me.
100% correct. Because if it was you, you'd fight no matter what every fucking weekend.
Why not?
yeah.
Well,
Because that's why. Because. And Dana's right. He's right to keep you from yourself.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see.
What's that?
Connor Cowboy.
McNugget? Yeah.
McNugget.
Yeah. Fuck him.
How mad were you at the press conference?
I'm
when you
just,
guys,
I'm just so over. It's like everyone. So the press does a real good job of like asking me questions. I try and tell them no, and then people ask me anyways about Connor. So then I say something fucking stupid, and then there it is in the headlines.
They run
people,
with it, yes.
And people are like, "God, Calby, let Connor rest." Like, man, I don't even care about this dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to attack him or go after him, but I don't think he's gonna be able to make 45. I feel like he bolted up for 170.
me too.
It's gonna be
I think
tough.
45 is gonna be very
So
tough.
he's going to go into the 55-pound category.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot of people would be very interested in that fight.
I would love it. But
That's the best fight at 55.
but I would
not
love-
stylistic wise.
I would love any fight. Like it's people ask me all the time who would you love to fight? Like I mean BJ just needed an opponent. I was 2 seconds away from saying I'll take that fight, but
That's your boy.
it's my boy. Like that'd be like we
Hey,
hang
man.
out. Yeah,
Hey,
right.
bro.
That's the on my side. I don't care. On his side, I'd have been like, fuck, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
it's
know.
BJ Penn.
Yeah,
That's got to be weird and awkward when you get in there. I don't know. I mean, for you guys, if you're really genuinely friends with a guy.
yeah, which I am. I mean, so I didn't even go there with it, And I was like, damn. But now he's fighting Cole Miller, who I absolutely
Why
despise.
do you hate Cole Miller so bad? Where did that start?
Back
Like we had
in-
a ton of fan questions. Like, what's the deal with Cole Miller? Blah blah blah. And I was like,
just
why does he
from
hate
the
him?
WC days. I don't know. We were both in Tap Out together, and we almost threw down one time at Tap Out headquarters. And we never got along.
You guys just don't mix.
Like two dicks and one chick, buddy.
That's not fun. That ain't fun for
What's wrong with
nobody
two
but the
dicks and
girl.
one chick? As long as your dick doesn't touch me and you don't look me in the eye, relax.
Yeah, because I saw you tweet at Cole Miller, hey, I'm going to get BJ Penn to kick your
Yeah,
ass.
help
I'm going to train with him every day.
every second.
You guys just don't like each other.
I just don't.
And does
just
he
want-
feel the same?
Oh, I don't need.
You're not afraid of confrontation.
No, not at all.
I said to him, I go, well, you're not cool with certain. I was talking about somebody, and he goes, I'm not cool with anybody, bro.
I like confrontation. It's fun, If I don't like you, I'm gonna let you know.
What's your take? We've talked a lot about because on the fact that you live your life, you're reckless, it follows you into the ring. It's part of what makes you a great fighter. And we've talked a lot about Jon Jones being a guy who seems to be trying to reinvent himself.
What did I say about John B?
You said
Cowboy what I said about John.
You said I wish Jon would actually be who he really is, which is the heel and not the nice guy.
Yeah.
And kick people's ass and embrace who he really is, which is not the guy, not your friendly neighbor, not a sweetie pie, but a fucking badass dude who does what he wants, when and how.
Right.
It's like Cowboy coming here in Dockers and a Tommy Bahama shirt.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? What's your
Talking
cowboy
about
hat?
church group.
Why aren't you talking shit and pushing people down?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So in a way, he's you know Jon pretty well.
Yeah, I know him very well.
And
I agree with you. I wish he would just be Jon, to let everyone know. Yeah, I go out, I party, I have a good time. And you know what? I'm still the champ.
Yeah. If he did that, I think he would have a better response from everyone. I think you'd be a better fighter.
Yeah.
Did you feel that his last fight he was a little tight because maybe that's his mindset? I don't want to put you on the spot here because you train with him.
Fuck. I mean, Jon comes talk to me. We have plenty of disputes all the time, him and I. But
you and Jon do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we almost had at it, him and I. Yeah. So.
Really?
Oh yeah.
In the actual at Jackson's?
At Jackson's, yeah.
Just over differences of because of interviews or because the way you train? Like what
I spoke. This is before all the wild Jon came out, and I spoke about him being wild, and he was like, "What the fuck you put me out like that?" And I was like, "What's up, motherfucker?" So, but that's behind us.
You didn't say sorry. You went to the best guy on the planet. What's up?
Well, what had happened? So all the UFC cameras were there that day, and I came at Jon like, "What's up?" And he goes, "Cowboy." He put his God hat on and got to work, and he just said,
"Got to work."
Cowboy, I just don't understand. I'm so nice to you. All I do is try to help you, and this is how you treat me. This is how you want to come at me. And I remember pointing at him like, "You motherfucker, bro."
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
You're like, "Come on, bro.
So
what are you doing right now?"
Yeah. Be the predator. Be the badass that you really are.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because I think people can see it. So we're seeing and do.
It's a lot of pressure on. Is it?
We're cool now. That was Jon and I are cool now. We hang out and we're over all that.
Yeah.
You guys should hang out. I feel like you guys would be partners in crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his kind of partying and my kind of partying is a little bit different.
It is different. It is different. It is
Oh,
different.
it is.
It is different.
So
you don't need certain things to have a good time.
Yeah, I mean,
the way you guys are both talking through, like your teeth are kind of closed. That's certain parties.
But the thing at Jackson's, when you have a room full of the baddest men on the planet and the cream of the crop, you're going to have stuff like this,
sure.
man. Every NFL team deals with it. They have some of the baddest men. NBA teams deal with it. So Jackson's, of course, you guys are going to have
There's a lot of pressure on a guy like Jon with all those eyes on him. It's got to be very difficult. It just got to be very difficult to kind of navigate that kind of attention. Or
circumnavigate that attention.
Yeah, but also he did have legal troubles. And also I'm sure he got scared. And also I actually think he probably had a talk with himself and said, I got to conquer my demons to manage this shit.
I think someone had a talk with him.
Okay, fine. But either way.
Cowboys had legal troubles.
Sure.
He didn't come in here preaching God and how he has to visit kids.
But is it possible, I'm asking, is it possible that he's, like Jon is genuinely trying to fucking keep that tiger on a leash? Hard to do. But he might have said, if I'm going to be champion and keep these sponsors and have a future, I gotta actually keep this tiger on a leash. That's what it feels like, right?
Sure. Sure.
Because what's the alternative? Sure, you can go crazy and be a nutcase, but the fight game is full of people like that. For all you talk, your partying is your fun is a little bit more clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not.
It doesn't affect.
It's manageable. It's manageable. And one of the things about you is you're so transparent, but you're also super lovable. Like people, people love you.
Gravitate.
And I see the way you are with fans. You're so gracious. There's a difference, I think, when you have a darkness. And you have trouble keeping it under rein, but you have trouble keeping that, I feel like your tiger might be off the leash, but you can always call the tiger back, where with him, maybe it takes him over. And that's a different kind of addiction. That's a different kind of darkness.
Do you have Shab over here drinking wine too?
Yeah. I do.
Not
We had
a
some.
lot.
We had some wine
It's very
last night.
rare I drink
We had some
wine.
wine last night.
I
It
tell
was
old boy,
expensive.
hey man, you just bring the box wine over here.
Just get that sweet red.
Yeah.
That old sweet red box wine.
For
Then he goes-
$9.99.
he goes,
Don't bring the $500 bottle
Yeah,
over
he'll
here.
hype it up. Oh,
He
dude.
goes, I'll get a Budweiser, please. And then they brought him
Cowboy.
something over. And
Oh, they
this
brought
is
me
not a Budweiser.
fraudulent Budweiser. I said, I'll take a Budweiser. Brought it over in a glass and tried to hype it up as Budweiser.
Like, this ain't a fucking Bud.
I took one sip and was like, oh, no, ma'am. This is not.
Exactly what he said.
This is not America.
The hell you guys trying to do here?
It's Boa.
You freaked out, and then you ordered a nice bottle of wine.
I ordered a couple of
Was
bottles
anyone
of
else
wine.
drinking it,
How about
though?
this? The waiter goes, and by the way, waiter was very smart. He looks at me and he goes, you know what? This is usually a lot more expensive. I'm giving it to you for half off because you made me laugh a lot of times. I was like, I'm loved.
Or half
I'm
off. Okay, give me
loved.
double. Give me the double expensive one. then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we got to.
And you know what it
I love
tastes
the-
like?
Were you drinking
You would
the
love
wine?
that wine.
No, I had single barrel whiskey and a fraudulent Budweiser.
So it's just you really just.
It's the kind of wine we love. Cowboy's like, it's bitter.
You know,
It's not
you know what it
sweet,
was?
it's bitter.
You know what it was? It was a group of guys sitting around a table drinking wine. It's
tough.
It was
And sniffing
Donald
it.
Cerrone.
it
And
was
sniffing
so
it.
tough. And I'm in Fuhu Huku fucking flippy LA with all these
and then as soon
dudes.
as you step out of the car, the guy goes, "This is where the fags hang out."
Yeah. Hey, you funny boy. Like what the
Perfect
Where's
storm.
the gay bar?
Where's the gay bar?
Well, it didn't help.
As I'm limp wrist my wine.
Yeah.
Like, what
It
the
didn't help that you were making out with your boy.
I know.
That didn't help the
You can't
cause.
do that, bro. You can't be bub slapping right there. It's
I mean,
embarrassing.
God, it was. We could have went to a hole in the wall bar,
I know.
got some street meat. I'd have been
Would
happy.
have
Street
been
meat,
a lot
some
cheaper
cheap
for me
tacos.
too.
Yeah. Well, dude, you're the one that hiked it up with the wine. Though.
I dropped my house
He'll do
payment.
that, man.
Dropped my house payment
He'll
on
do
that.
that. I'm
I
like,
couldn't even
damn.
believe it. I was like,
How was
bro,
the steak
I
though?
know.
steak was good.
It was okay.
You've had better.
It was
Yeah.
okay.
Sometimes steaks. That place we were talking about it. It's a lot of
It's
packaging.
not my favorite.
Well,
Yeah.
that's like the LA vibey.
That's what you're
spot
paying
I felt
for.
like. Yeah.
That's what you're paying for sure.
Yeah.
I felt like
How about this? Never again. We're gonna go to some place that's more accessible.
very accessible. We can hit the Walmart up, box
go.
of wine.
I know. But
Get
I
some
like
hot
that.
dogs,
I
a
like
couple
the
Hot dog. I don't
churros.
eat hot dogs. Yuck. But
Yeah, I haven't had hot dog in
Yeah.
a hot minute.
hot. No one could. You couldn't.
They've actually come up with measurable evidence that hot
that?
dogs and processed meats like hot dogs actually are linked to colon and stomach
Oh, for
cancers.
sure.
Yeah.
Cowboy, speaking of,
You could eat a hot dog, the red ones, right out the package. You don't even gotta. What do you put them on a stick and heat them up? That's all you're doing. Right on the fire, campfire, hot dog, eating it
Cowboy,
up.
speaking of this shitty food, are you better at cutting weight?
Well,
Like
I'm
you have
at
it more
170 now. I'm 176, eating whatever I want.
Perfect.
Yeah,
So that's
so
what
I-
Are
should
you going
do.
to start
6
fighting
pounds.
at 70? Or?
You know, I don't know. I'm Patrick Cote is gonna be a good test for me because he's a big boy.
he's
Yeah,
big,
so
man.
we'll see if his weight and size can overpower me.
Yeah.
But I've been practicing my ninja skills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
your speed and cardio.
Speed.
etc.
You also
Everything.
spar with bigger guys, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, I also spar with bigger guys.
You still eat a shitload of candy?
Love it. I love
Because
candy.
you'd be
You're a
cutting
candy
weight
boy?
and you'd have like gummy bears and
Candy
shit.
hot
man, huh?
tamales and
Yeah, man.
and milk duds.
I remember that.
Really?
I remember
I would literally take a handful of milk duds over a chicken breast any day.
Yeah.
Instant energy. I feel like a fucking.
Yeah,
it
he'd
is.
always do that. I remember the first time I went down to Albuquerque, it was Elliot Marshall, Cody, and myself, and we all drove. It was before my first fight. I think it was like Cody's second. Elliot was doing his thing, but Cowboy was Cowboy in WEC. He was living with
Leonard
living
Garcia.
with Leonard Garcia. I went and
boy.
stayed with him.
Wow.
And it was like the fucking animal house, man.
Oh,
they
my
had
God.
video games. They were
Animals.
just doing. I mean, I was sleeping on a bunk bed with Cody.
Jesus.
Elliot was sleeping on the ground.
can't
It was just
imagine
like
that.
a rough fighter's house.
Just fucking, if you took a blue light to that room, it'd be a bad situation.
Oh, dude.
Where are all those semen traces everywhere? And why are they on the ceiling? All right.
Just killing it though,
yeah.
man. It's crazy because, I mean, obviously a lot of camps just fizzle out. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Dude, Jackson's. Think about Holly. Holly's been there from the jump, really.
Yeah. Well,
Like
with
every
Winklejohn,
time I was
yeah.
there, Holly would be there, and then now you're talking, second biggest.
how
third
is she
biggest
doing?
female
Is she
star.
just chomping at the bit to get back in?
Yeah.
She's
She is.
headlining in Chicago now.
She's in the gym every day, training hard. You know, she's one of those girls that trains hard, always in there training. You know, I like to see that.
Did you see or predict or believe that she was going to beat Ronda?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we all did, right? We all We all when I was on Joe Rogan with you, he was talking about how great Ronda was. I was like, she's like sloppy, like those. She just is real good at one thing.
Yeah.
I said Holly boxing is far superior. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't know it was gonna go down like that. Yeah. I didn't know she was gonna out wrestle her and bam her like she did. That was
right.
Pretty crazy.
Manhandle her.
So, I don't know, but then you see Holly with her last fight, I just feel like she didn't pull the trigger, man. She was fighting not to lose and not fighting to win, right?
She was very hesitant held back a lot.
But
you've been pretty open about the fact that you get nervous before a fight like everybody. And what makes you nervous? Is it the idea that you might not show up as your best? What is it? What specifically do you think makes you nervous?
Oh, no. I mean, it's like you call me, Cowboy, I need 4 seats. Cool, got you. You, wife, kids. In your mind, your friends call you. What are you doing this week? I'm going to UFC 199, LA. Cowboys fighting. You're gonna mash this dude.
Right.
So you already have like a predetermined outcome of my fight. Yeah. I'm already gonna win in your eyes. That's a lot to live up to.
Fuck yeah,
Not only you, I have my grandma, my girl, all my friends, everybody else who's been with me the whole time. I'm already, so it's like there's a lot of pressure there, right? Like to live up to.
Yes.
And people always just say, go out there and have fun. Fuck, that ain't it doesn't work like that. Like when you're in the brawl and you're in the fight, that's the fun. But like the lead up and the getting ready and
I swear to God, I swear to God, that's why I always say it's so important in a lot of ways to protect yourself against the people that define you in a positive way.
Sure.
Like it sounds crazy, but you're right. Like even for me, if I have a lot of people come to see me do stand up and I want to try something or do something new, like you saw last night, like it's a lot to live up to. Because what if I'm just not funny that night? Yeah. What if a lot of the stuff I forgot?
You can go on the next night. Now imagine if you're Cowboy.
That's what I'm saying.
If
now this is
if you're Donald Cerrone and you're known as a knockout artist,
all that
and you fight all the time.
But that's why
everyone's flying in.
Correct.
You just, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about different odds.
So success on your level always feels like it becomes something different to manage, which is keeping even the positive away, so it doesn't define.
That's
you.
Fighting. It doesn't matter.
Fighting
if you do that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everyone in the world deals with that.
The problem
there's no way to.
But that's kind of what's interesting about success and managing success is that that's something that you deal with. Like it's one thing to get like trolls and negative energy, which you hear a lot of people. Actually, when you're as great as you are, you actually have to manage the expectations.
And I'm only as good as my last fight. Take the Ronda experience firsthand like that, man. She was the greatest. Holly won. All of a sudden, I knew it.
Yep.
I knew it.
Look at Conor. Same thing with Conor, too.
Although, I will say this. I think with Ronda, because she was not very gracious in victory, and because of the way she tweeted or Instagrammed at Holly with all that really nasty stuff, and the way she behaved on The Ultimate Fighter, people don't like a bully.
Yeah.
And I think that with Conor and with you guys are very, very gracious in defeat and in victory.
Yeah, we don't want to see.
You never gloat.
Yeah, we
man.
don't want to see Cowboy lose.
Even
people don't want to see.
There's never bad blood. You always
lose.
Congratulate. Win or lose, you always act like a class act. So
sure. How
the fuck do we not love you? How the fuck do we not love the guy who fights no matter what? What?
Well, I think with Cowboy, it's like people wish they could do what you do, so they support you. So when you lose, people are like, "Fuck, man!
Right.
Like we want that guy to win."
Oh yeah, let's clear a couple things up here while we're
what do you got, Doug?
Open mic.
Yeah, the mic is on.
So everyone always asks me, how come I take these fights all the time? But I can't be the guy that says I'm gonna fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. And then when they call me, like, except for that guy, like everybody else does, right? There's like I started this mantra, and I see a lot of guys trying to hang with it, and it fucking drives me crazy. But the Khabib situation,
Yeah.
He puts out on the internet, first of all, that I have a broken rib, false, and second that I signed he said he signed the contract. So did I. I signed the fucking contract just like you did. Mm-hmm. We both did. Mm-hmm. The UFC pulled me off. It had nothing to do with it.
They didn't want to waste you.
Well, I called Dana. I said, give me the fight. And Dana said, that makes no sense. Why? And I said, just give me the fucking fight. And Dana's like, okay, right? Fine. Fuck it. I'll do it. So I sign it. Waiting on him. He signs it. And literally Dana called me and said, we're taking you off. We're not going to do it. We're going to pretend like neither one of you even ever signed your contract. So just act like it never happened. And I was like, God damn it, And he's like, it doesn't make any sense for me to pull you off of the Canada card. You're a strong draw. We're about to release the ticket sells.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, it doesn't do any. This shows
sense.
right.
Business
He's
wise,
right.
he's right.
I was upset and like whatever, and then Khabib starts coming at me all crazy like that, and oh my god,
That is weird. See, I said this at the live show. A lot of guys go, "Oh, I'll fight anyone, whoever they offer." I'm telling you, I've seen this behind scenes. Like, no, not him though. Not him. Like,
you see it in their face, right?
Yes.
Who says that? What do you mean? Like,
There's a lot of guys
it'd be like,
who do what Cowboy does. They'll go, "Oh, I'll fight anyone, any weight, bring it."
Sure.
UFC hears that. Cool, man. We got this guy. Oh, not him though. When? No, I can't do that.
Oh.
But in public, they're like, "I'll take that."
because
fight.
they just know it's
It's a different animal.
You see the cur in them. You see the hoe preach out in them. You know, they tell him, "Hey, Colin, Cowboy's opponent fell when you just step in. You're like, oh yeah. What day? Yeah. Oh,
The bitch comes out.
yeah. Oh,
I
that
can't
day.
wait.
The bitch comes out. They're like,
Weird date for me.
no, dude, what?
What? I
fuck.
would, but you see that shit a lot.
Dude, I was with my manager. I won't say who this is. Famous fighter. And he goes, bro, this is my job. This is one of the benefits of my job. Just got the text from Joe Silva. This can be this guy's biggest fight in his life. Watch this. This is why.
It sounds like Mitrione.
It's not Mitrione. He calls him and puts on speaker. He's like, here we go. He goes, my man, you got it. Blah, blah, blah. You're fighting this fucking monster. And the guy goes, and then you hear, hold, damn. When? And he tells me, he goes, I guess, man. Let's go get this chatter. Hangs up the phone. My manager's like, oh, fuck. I was like, your boy's about to get his ass beat.
Yeah.
Big time, dude.
Ouch.
Terrified.
Yikes.
But he's the one who asked for it.
Yeah.
He asked for this big fight.
And when it
They gave it
happens-
to him, and you could tell he was like,
Well, you told me you called out Alistair
They
Overeem.
called my bluff.
But Brendan called out Alistair Overeem on a tweet, and then you were like, fuck, what if he says yes? You had to go running.
It wasn't
You had to go
Overeem,
running.
it was Mark Hunt.
Oh, Jesus.
I never called out over him.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Mark Hunt. And then he DM'd me. I was like, oh, shit. But then we started talking shit back and forth, and he was cool as fuck.
Oh, cool.
Behind the scenes, he's like, it's all
yeah.
good, man.
Right.
Love to fight you. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be an honor. But then
Yikes.
he got done with that. I was like, fuck. If I can't take his big ass down, I'm fucked. Please don't give me that
Get
fight.
hit with the
You're not-
Hawaiian pineapple, man.
You're
Holy
not,
cow.
you're not going to stand and bang with Mark Hunt? That's weird.
Yeah, like there's very few like Cowboy. Like I said, if I'm Dana White, I tell everyone else, but I don't tell Cowboy when he's fighting. You're fighting Dos Anjos tonight at 7. Oh,
go.
shit. And Cowboy beat the fuck out of him 99 out of 100 times.
Yeah.
That's just how Cowboy
Don't give him
is.
time to prepare.
Don't give him time to overthink it. Don't give him all his time.
Well, you and I talked about that Dos Anjos fight. You said you just knew. You were just off that night.
Man, I don't have an excuse. He went in there and beat my ass. You know, it's just the name of the game.
But people that are around you kind of looked at you and like, oh damn it, it's not his night. They can just tell.
Yeah, Mikey, my best friend, he knew.
Mikey's been with you forever.
Ever. He just.
He's the redhead in the corner.
Yeah, he's the redhead in the corner, and he was in the back trying like to. I seen him trying to get my phone and trying to put on music and trying to. He just knew, and I'd known him for so long. He could just tell by my body language that it was just.
No energy.
I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, it's not even that. It's like you just can't find second gear. You just grind. It just fucking doesn't click.
I put it like this, Cowboy. It's no different if you worked, let's say at the Apple factory, and you do your job. For whatever reason that day, you just don't fucking feel like doing 100%. It, man. There's nothing I can do.
And nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do.
Can make it right. Like you could want it. Like I want to, but I can't.
You want it, but your body's just like, I don't feel like today. I've had fights, and
called being a human being.
I was telling Brian this. There's nothing scary either, because you got to go out there and fight this killer, and he probably wants it that day. So now you got to go out there in front of these fans. There's all these expectations.
Yep.
My Travis Brown fight, I looked at Tony. I told him, I just don't feel like doing it right now, man. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. You're on in 5 minutes. I'm like, I get that. I just don't feel like doing it. You asked me to do it tomorrow? Cool, man. Let's do it tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Right.
Doesn't work like that, bitch. There's an entire crowd out there. There's a TV crew here. You got to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how this goes.
More reasons why I love MMA. More reasons why I'm always impressed.
Well, because in football, there's days I didn't feel like fighting, or I didn't feel like
you got
playing.
other guys to rely on.
But
It's
you
not even that.
kind of sit back and let the team.
Yeah. But then maybe by third quarter, I'm like, all right, this is fun.
Right.
Fighting, it's like, I really don't feel like doing this. And fight. Dude, damn.
But then there's some days you can't do wrong.
Yes.
You're on fire.
In the zone.
In the zone. In the third-party zone, I like to call it, man. It's crazy.
But you have more of those days than a lot of other guys. By far, you have more of those than a lot of guys.
And I love it. Those days you just click.
You'll take a man's soul from practice. I've heard these stories.
When you can take them, you take. I have a soul bend for sure.
Oh yeah. I've heard through third party that you've sparred some some former world champions in the gym and did just fine.
No shit, it's Donald Cerrone. He's one of the best in the world.
I was thinking specifically, somebody told me, and you will not comment, I'm sure, on it, but I heard.
Don't say a name, B.
Okay.
Definitely don't do that.
All right.
God damn.
Yeah. But in the gym, that's my house, That's so no one's ever gonna come in my house
when they're a guest.
And I told BJ that when he walked in the first day. I said, you're coming to my house. And BJ looked at me and he goes, Cowboy, I never put the gloves on to lose, brother. And I said, fuck yeah, we're gonna be friends. You and I are gonna be friends.
How's he doing? How's the training going for BJ?
Good, man. It's good.
Is his heart into it?
Yeah, he is. He's really, he's training. Yeah, he's training a lot. Him and I train a lot. We smoke a bunch of dope together and we fucking train.
Is that right?
Yeah, why
smoke
not?
a lot of weed. Yeah. What?
I'm in a free carry state. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, why not?
But you can get tested by USADA, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter as long as you're outside the camp.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm like a ambassador for the CBD oils, man. The medicinal side of the marijuana. God, I think it's so good, man, for pain.
For athletes,
man.
And sleep and all.
Sleep and pain and right now in Colorado and in New Mexico, you can buy the CBD oil and it doesn't have any of the hallucinogenic effects. So like you don't feel high, you reap the medicinal benefits of it, And
so you take it and it does what? It helps you sleep. It helps with joint pain.
Helps with joint pain. Helps with everything.
What form are you taking in, Cowboy?
Well,
like vape pen or.
Yeah, so right now I eat it like off a dropper, right out of the suck it right.
Do you do any? What kind of supplements do you do?
Zero.
He's never been a supplement.
Zero supplements.
He ate candy cutting weight.
You eat milk duds. You have milk duds.
I get a lot of people that try and reinvent the wheel, and I just like to eat whatever I want. If I want Domino's, I'm gonna fucking eat Domino's. If I want to smoke a joint, I'm gonna smoke a joint.
You listen to your body.
I listen to my body, man, and that's what I have the ranch, man. Teaching those guys and teaching those what to do when you wake up on Wednesday and your back hurts and your elbows are sore and you got wrestling at 9 a.m. Sometimes you just got to say, you know what? Let's fucking go to the lake, man. Let's take a day.
Yeah.
Let's listen to this body and let's take a day off and let's go have fun.
How long did that take you to learn, though, Cowboy? You were the guy that would not stop training.
Nonstop.
He'd be in there nonstop. He'd have this dude holding mitts for him. We get done sparring. He'd hit mitts. I'd come back, do strength condition. He'd be hitting.
Okay, so this is very interesting to me because for as reckless as you talk about and all that, you're clearly a very disciplined guy and get your job done. And
he's passionate.
And the way you got yourself where you are is by working harder than everybody else. Oh, look, the common denominator, right?
Sure, but and the troll warriors and the guys that like to sit at home and tell you what you're doing wrong on Instagram,
they're the best.
The best. So I don't post pictures of training because nobody wants to see my whole profile of just me with the coaches every single day.
Yeah.
So I train 4 or 5 times a day, every day. I mean, not today because I was out here drinking fucking wine out of a stupid wine
and a
glass.
fake Budweiser.
Fake Budweiser. But I mean,
but that's how much you're training.
Yeah, and am I gonna come out here? Am I gonna enjoy myself? I'm gonna have a beer? Absolutely.
You've earned it.
Yeah.
Well, you got to.
And I'm not gonna think, oh man, am I gonna drink beer? And am I stay? So here's the thing about beer, right? Here's the thing about alcohol. I think it's good for you. You need it. Your soul needs it now. 2, 3 drinks, sure. Now when you get into 7, 8, what's the problem with 7 or 8? I don't know if it really affects your body so much, but you stay out late. Why? Because we're fucking alpha men and we're trying to chase women.
Fun, yeah.
Right? So now we're out to 2, 3.
That's when your dick kicks in.
Yeah. 2, 3 in the morning. You meet the girl. Nothing good happens at 2, 3 in the morning.
Well,
and I wish you could meet the girl at midnight and she's just like, yeah, let's go. But no, you got to meet her.
You got to put in work.
You put in.
Yeah.
You gotta
Why can't we hang out
lay
one
the
in the
groundwork for the diddle.
I know, man.
Right? So 2 o'clock, you leave the bar, you take her thing. She wants to get something to eat. So you get something to eat. Maybe she's like, come to my house.
Bitch,
Netflix
gotta
and
eat.
chill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come over, we put a movie on.
Netflix
then
and
you
chill.
Gotta play the touch the leg game, blah, 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 blah. Now it's 6 a.m. Bitch, first of all, if you'd let me.
6 a.m.?
Yeah, if you'd have let me smash you at midnight, I'd have been King Kong Dong. Now
Yeah.
it's 6 a.m. You're getting the weak sauce.
I agree.
Right?
Now you're getting Cowboy level 3.
Yeah,
God damn,
right.
bitch. It's 6 a.m.
Yeah, I gotta go.
got me at 3.
You got me at a 3.
I got to train
I'm
in a couple
exhausted.
hours, you know? Damn.
Even your dick's like, I guess.
Yeah, if you would have got me at midnight, I'd have been whiskey strong.
Yeah.
Baby. Yeah, now you got me hungover.
It sounds like you need to hire a couple 1-2 professionals.
Damn.
Or girls.
By the way, I was about
Well, now I'm engaged, so those days are long gone behind me.
They
right?
are,
So-
but I'm
so-
just saying for those gentlemen listening out there,
Yeah.
you gotta be a little more blunt.
Hey, get yourself a professional.
Get
That's the
yourself-
bottom line.
That's it. Professional, hire them in.
I think so. Or just
I think so.
find a
It's
girl
tough,
whose
man.
rent you can pay, or at least contribute. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Just
but
work out a deal.
you know what? You know the best thing, better than pussy.
Money.
Nah, new pussy.
I don't, sir. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. We have children listening to this, and I have no idea what you're saying. I am.
This is the
Married
kid.
man.
This doesn't have the E next to the download.
No, we're definitely.
Viewer discretion and listener discretion is advised, because we are talking
Wild
about.
style.
Because you know what? You might just hear the truth.
The
on
truth.
The Fighter and the Kid.
But Cowboy, your girl taming you and finally freaking saddling this wild horse, it's probably helped you out a little bit.
Yeah, man. I mean, I met a girl who does everything with me. I skydive, she skydives. I go hunt.
Does she
Boar
like
with a
it, or is
bow.
she like, God damn it?
No, she does. She likes it, you know, and she wakeboards. And she's one of the only girls. I got the brand new Malibu, you know, the M235, and she can clear the wake, charge, and bam, busting tricks. You know,
Little
so it's cool.
beast.
Wow.
Beasting. Yeah,
Plus, you
everything we
guys
do.
have known each other for a while,
Yeah,
right?
6 years now. So really, you know, people say, "Oh, that's my best friend." You know, I don't know if she's really my best friend. Like I'd rather.
If she was your best friend, she'd let you bang other chicks.
She's very.
That's true.
Okay.
If she's your best friend, you can tell her.
I mean, come on now. Your best friend should be like,
Me and my
hey,
girl are cool, but
You going to LA?
there's a dark
You going to
side
LA?
she doesn't know about,
I was
Big
gonna
Brown.
say, she'd nurture the dark side. She'd nurture the darkness.
She would celebrate the dark side.
put a little
when I come
fertilizer.
home, I'd tell her the story I told Brian in the bathroom before we played
That's
this.
right. She'd fertilize the sex weeds. You know what I mean? Yeah.
She's probably your best friend, though, as far as
Yeah,
the
I mean,
goes.
we hang
She's also
together.
a dime piece.
She's
also
very
smart,
beautiful,
right?
very smart. Yeah, nurse practitioner, you know. So very smart, going to school, and she can drive a fucking big ass 44-foot RV pulling a boat.
That shit turns you on, huh?
Have you seen the
It's
RV?
just cool. I'll be like, I'm gonna go, you know, because we drive everywhere. So I'll just go lay down, sleep, and she'll drive through the night, or I'll drive. We just trade off back and
God
forth.
bless her. God damn.
Yeah, she
Good
got-
for her. When you guys gonna knock out some little cowboys?
I'm not. I'm too selfish right now. You know, I'm too.
Let
Oh,
her
hey,
do
I want
it.
to do the Fighter and a Kid off to LA. Boom, here I am.
Yeah.
So if I had kids, I couldn't do that, right?
That's
So and she's going to school. You know, got a couple more years left to finish
old is
off her
she?
degree. We're both. I'm 33, so she's 31.
Good age.
So yeah,
good, yeah.
I think 35. She was talking. We want to maybe look into kids, but like I said, I'm just not ready right now, man.
You
don't have to
You'd
be.
be a good dad, though.
Yeah, but it would.
Not
all
right
my-
now,
yeah,
but when
all
you're
my-
ready,
all
for
my
sure.
Wild and crazy would have to come to a halt. You know, 'cause I
it's
see a lot
going
of
to,
people.
my
I
man.
see a lot of people talking about that. You know, like, can I just jump on a Harley and go fucking 100 miles an hour? No, because now I got to worry about not coming home.
I'm telling you,
right.
you're gonna
That's
want
right.
that though. Did
Someday.
you see Evil Knievel at 50? It ain't fun. It's like, all right, man, still jumping mountains and shit.
Well,
you're
I'm not
scaling
50
back.
yet.
Balls hanging down to the
You're
ankles.
scaling back. You're not sparring. That's good.
Not sparring.
Keeping those clicks at bay.
That's it.
Keeping
you
the
know?
clicks. It's true.
Keeping the clicks.
It's true, man. It's such
How
a.
many people can walk into Walmart?
In your Walmart.
All I'm
I mean,
going to say is I'm going to Vegas at 3 o'clock. I don't know if you have any interest in coming to Vegas. You're probably
For the
afraid.
weekend.
Just for one night.
So you're gonna do one night in a 2-night town.
I know.
see, it's a one night town for me too, though, brother.
Is it?
Yeah, Vegas. You're a Vegas guy.
No, I bring the RV. I'm a lake guy. I don't do any of the nightclub, go out.
That RV is something else.
I
That's
stay
a rolling
off
house.
the strip because I feel like I pay regular white people prices out there. You know, I just just
Yep.
go to the Whole Foods and go to the market and pay not crazy ridiculous
Not a
prices.
Vegas guy, man. You can keep that noise.
Yeah. You know what you are?
You're
a
so
Venice
full
guy.
of shit.
I'm not a Vegas
No,
guy.
he's
bro.
not.
The
He's
Panther
really
doesn't
not.
come out.
Well, I mean, if we do Vegas right, the Panther come out, but the Panther can come out in Los Angeles.
So you're not.
and I have better food here, better girls, better beaches, better cars.
Yeah. He comes.
Think about it.
Yeah. The Panther's just fine. Panther's just fine in
He
Los
eats.
Angeles.
The
He
Panther
can
needs
eat.
a
Yeah.
nice thick
He
can
can
out
eat.
here.
Licks his paws, gives himself a cat bath.
So it's like, yeah, cat bat. You know, isn't that the best thing you can do when you can go hunting and you don't even need a gun, right?
Boom, son. Let's get to
Cowboys,
let's get to
Cerrone.
current events with Evans.
He's on fire. God damn. I love him.
Yeah,
I love
All
him.
right, man. We'll jump straight into it.
Cowboy at
First-
a 3,
That was a great
6 in the
hour.
morning. It's true though. I was a 10. It's 6 a.m.
I know the tunnel I can dig, honey.
Yeah.
All right, I know what I'm gonna do. And right now
I'm relentless.
Yeah, you're taking, you're just
killing my energy.
Killing my energy because I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, you're not gonna get your ass eaten. That's what's going on. You're taking that out of the
You ain't getting the free.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no ass play at 6 a.m.
I've never been with you when I haven't noticed that, and it's the same thing with you. That you guys are a couple dime pieces when it comes to like in the UFC. Like I've never been with either one of you where I didn't notice that all the girls at the table were going, that guy's got. Then they get drunk. As they get more drunk, they get more flirtatious, and the reserves come down.
I mean, that's
Cowboy's more of an animal, though.
They can sense it.
Like they want that 50 Shades of Cowboy shit.
Yeah.
Like slap him against the wall.
Oh yeah.
And get a horse and fuck him. Me, I'm too late. Like what?
Listen, let's start.
late,
Let's
Dad.
stop. Let's start.
Big, beautiful,
Bring a horse
guy.
and fuck him. There's no Cowboys not doing no work after a horse.
That's what they want.
Oh yeah.
That's what they want, though. They want that wild fucking Brokeback Mountain fucking. What do you got, Ev?
All right, first one we got is HBO.
What are we doing? We doing questions here?
No, not
doing
yet.
current
This is
events.
current event. So
Oh.
like current topics going on right now.
Is ISIS in there?
Might. You never know what we're gonna get. We don't know what these are.
We are a big fan of sliding that kind of stuff in here.
What do you got,
The
Doug?
first one that we're going to do is HBO is refusing to release the numbers for Canelo Khan, the pay-per-view buys. Apparently, they are just straight up horseshit.
I know what they are. I saw someone.
Did you watch
leaked
it?
them. Yeah. Did you see it?
No, I don't watch
You don't
fighting.
You don't. Yeah, that's right. You don't watch any fighting.
Any fighting?
You don't watch anything.
No, never.
You like jumping out of planes and.
You don't.
I'm jumping out of a plane on
slapping
Sunday.
horses
Oh,
and
we got to
shit.
get this Canelo bullshit. But you, yeah, I'm going jumping on Sunday.
Are you?
Yeah, I
I
love
would
it.
never do that.
Why?
Pros and cons.
What's the pro?
The pro, the excitement you get from it,
What's the con?
you die.
Oh, you die anything?
Well, no. Your odds are
you
you go
die.
up.
No. Yeah,
bullshit. How many? Listen, let's talk about this. Canelo can wait.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
How many people do you know have skydived?
Not many.
Not many. Seriously, do you know a lot of people? I know a lot of people have skydived, and they're all alive here today.
That's true.
Well, because the dead ones won't tell you.
No, it's very few people die.
Very few people
Your
die.
chances of dying go up when you jump out of a plane, though.
Oh yeah, but you get 2 shoots. In case the uncheck yes, recheck the box.
I'm just saying, Cowboy, the pros and cons. Like you can get your rocks off by jumping waves in the back of a boat.
Sure.
Way safer than jumping out of a
He
plane.
does both.
But do you understand?
He does both.
Have you seen Point Break?
I have.
So skydiving is a lot like Point Break. You think in your mind, except for you can't have a conversation. Because what? Like no, that you can't talk. But
Yeah.
the free feeling that you get of falling is unbelievable.
don't
And
want-
this
see, I don't
is
want
what
that.
people tell you when they tell you can jump out of a plane. You're like, do you get the feeling in your stomach? Like, do you feel like you're on a roller coaster ride? The answer is yes. Everyone's like, oh, you're going already this fast. You just fall out of the plane. It feels like you're just falling. No, you get the. And I don't even know what the fuck's going on for about 10 seconds. And then you gotta say, oh yeah, I either gotta figure this out or I'm gonna not know what's going on for the rest of my life.
Every time you do it, every time you do it, you
Yeah.
get that feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've done it how
Well,
many
human
times?
beings aren't made to fly.
Quite a few now. Quite a few.
I saw Greg Jackson do
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. And
You
taking
talked him into that shit?
Yeah, I take him. Jafari, my wrestling
like
coach, Six Gun Gibson took him.
He's a beast.
They loved it. Well, I don't know if Six Gun did it. I don't know if he loved it, but now he jumped solo. He didn't tandem jump. Tandem jumps is for losers, bro.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have a grown man on my back going,
Yeah,
ready?
or with your girl, like, what do you want the picture on the fridge? You and the dude behind you, like, yeah, and then like, oh, that's
like-
my girl. Like, who's the dude? Like, oh yeah, it's just other
That's
guy.
Greg.
It's Greg.
By the way-
he was a lot more skilled than me.
I got
Greg decided to take the
Here's
jump.
the thing. I got to tandem jump at least twice, and then I'll do it on solo. I just need to. Be
I'm
able
not doing it if
know
I'm
that I
having a
can
grown
think.
man on my back.
No,
Cowboy, your first one was solo?
solo. Yep.
Of course
You're
it
fucking
was.
wild, man.
First one was solo.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
just not that guy. I'm not doing it.
By the
man.
way,
I also have a
neither
kid
am I.
now.
Either am I. Because I don't know. You flying through the air, and you got to figure out a way to.
It just doesn't intrigue me at all. There's
It does
nothing.
me. It does me. It scares me.
There's not one thing about him like
And,
fuck
and,
that.
and there's so
it
many
doesn't look
different, but
fun
there's
to me.
so many different ways of flying. Like, are you a belly flyer? Are you a back flyer? Are you a fucking nose down fast as you can flyer like me?
That's what I would like.
That's what you do.
Fucking bullet, man.
A bullet.
Like
so now,
Superman.
So now, how high up are you? when you
10,000.
jump?
Well, I live in Albuquerque, so we're already at 5,000 feet. So really, we can only the plane maybe you take you to 12,000 feet.
Because you can't breathe.
Yeah, just because the altitude is so thin that the plane can't get you any higher. But if we go down to like Key West or something like that, now you can jump 18,000 feet, you know?
Damn.
You can do 18,000 here too.
Yeah, you
Santa
can.
Barbara.
And
Yeah.
how long do you actually free fall?
Let's go. Let's fucking go jump today.
I can't today. I gotta go to Vegas.
I'm going to Vegas with them. Oh no, did I tell you I'm going too?
Yeah.
Don't you hate that place? Yeah, but
Yeah, I gotta make weight too.
Dude, but don't. Isn't there a weight limit? Like my big ass.
What do you weigh?
About 238 right now.
200 most drop zones, but this is probably a big drop zone out here, so they'll have a chute big enough to hold you.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. I'll pay.
Santa Barbara's the biggest one in the States.
I don't give a fuck. Money ain't
It's a good one.
Now, so 18,000 feet. How long would you drop for? How long?
From 18,000 feet, you're probably looking at a 45 to 60 second free fall before you got to
A
pull
whole
your,
minute. That's a long time
to think
A
about
whole
dying.
minute.
and you're watching your altimeter, right? Whatever you want to do, playing. Look at, 3,500 feet. Start thinking about.
Have you had any
That's
scares?
gotta get addictive.
Yeah. I've had some scares. They call them minor malfunctions.
There's no minor malfunction.
There is.
They're all major.
No. There's quite a few minor malfunctions. Like, for instance, you throw your chute and your lines spin, right? So what do? You got to assess the situation. First thing I need to know, the question I need to know is it there, right? Is my parachute there?
Hopefully.
Second is it square, right? Is it a rectangle in shape?
Yeah.
Third is I have to pass the controllability test. So look right, pull right, look left, pull left, big flare. So can I steer and can I land? Those are my three main concerns with flying a parachute. And if I check all those, I got a good parachute. If I don't, uncheck the
Emergency.
the go box, recheck your second gauge.
So you
right?
let go of that. You let that one.
Yeah. So you look red, look silver, pull red, pull silver, boom, gone.
Jesus.
I don't want to. That scared the
So
fuck
now
out
hold
of me.
on. I'm
So,
already nervous
Him
too.
going on, I was like,
Dude, I'm nervous
my
too.
palms are all sweaty.
Me too.
I
I'm nervous.
totally took you guys off your current events, but
Bro, so you have to let that shoot go, and then you pull the other one. But
Another
there's a
one's like
chance
an
the other
emergency one.
yeah. So
a chance
there's
the other
a
one
couple-
goes, nah.
So the chance
If that one doesn't go, do I have to grab a hold of you like James Bond? Like, are you like, bro, come get me?
Hey, you can
Well,
die.
it's not
can
point break.
die.
We can't speak.
Pull out your Bible.
That's the problem.
Pull out
Can't
your
speak.
Bible.
Right. So
Get
and what are
religious.
you gonna do when you pull out your Bible?
Just get religious fast. No, I have a big Bible, so I just use it as an umbrella
Oh, okay.
and I float.
And so there's a square? Can I? So a lot of times the lines will spin up, right? So what do we do with like a little kid when you're on a swing set, right? And you spin one way and then you kick your legs.
Yeah,
and
go the other way.
That's that's one of the
okay.
minor. I've had that happen many times. Your lines will get spun up.
See, I'm afraid, sir, that if you've had it
I
many
was
times,
kind of on board when you're like, let's go. I was like, yeah, maybe. And then when you did the whole spiel, I'm fucking out, man.
100%
With
out.
all that, you're like, you gotta hear. That doesn't work. You're here. That doesn't work. You can go ahead and push up. No, man, I'm good, bro. Those are all major malfunctions.
I mean,
If I
there's
take a class
lot of
for a
drills-
year-
there's a lot of drills you have to do. Like that way, it's just muscle memory, like pulling, right? Because let's say I don't pull the first one right. Well, I'm gonna be pulling it wrong for the rest of my life, aren't I?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
God damn it. Well, I was on
All right, man.
You fly planes too, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know what, man?
And he rides. I go. So you ride any horse? He goes, anything with fur, I can ride.
If it's got hair, I can
Anything
ride it.
with- If you got hair,
fur,
I
I
can
can
ride. I was
ride.
like, God damn it, I'm a bitch. More wine, please. More wine,
Me too.
please.
Compared to
Fuck
Cowboy,
way.
Yep.
Can I get another bottle?
dude.
of this
Compared to
expensive
Cowboy,
shit?
we're both
I'll
bitches.
have more wine. And I have and anybody can do whatever they want to my rump.
Can you imagine me and you on the ranch? We're not gonna do well.
Oh, no.
There's no.
You'd figure it out.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't know.
Probably not, man.
I can ride a horse.
We'd
but-
learn.
Yeah.
Fuck, gangster.
All
All right.
Current events.
Do the current event real quick.
We're doing Canelo Con, how HBO won't release the numbers. 'cause
Yeah,
they're
so the
shitty.
numbers, it's right around 400,000, which is a super low draw for
Wow.
that caliber of a card. So Canelo knocked Amir Khan the fuck out, and I think it was the 4th or 6th round.
6th round.
Horrible knockout, right hand.
Bro, if Canelo or whoever you just said walked through this door, I wouldn't know who either one of those dudes are.
You kick him in the
And
face,
it's
though.
no disrespect to them at all, or no disrespect to
that-
boxing. It's
no,
just,
I get it.
I don't even like talking about fighting. I wish we could just talk about parachuting.
Brennan's
and
the
shit,
same
you know?
way.
I'm
Brandon
typically
Schaub
the
is the
same
same
way.
way.
What
Right.
else you got, Ev? We'll move on. The numbers are 400. I think, hear me out here. Tell me if I'm just way off thinking this. Obviously, Khan,
Let me have that cup.
Khan's from England, right? Khan's from England. He's English, and he's also Muslim. So you have a time difference in England.
Yep.
And then he's also Muslim.
I don't know.
Do you think that had any effect on the pay-per-view numbers?
I don't know. I don't know.
Or did everyone just think it was such a big advantage, like an ass whooping, that people didn't buy Canelo?
That's a very interesting. It's an interesting thing to ponder because I would imagine Khan's such an exciting fighter, and Canelo is a superstar. So I don't know. That's fascinating. There's only 4. Maybe is it possible a lot of people who watch boxing don't have HBO?
No, because pay-per-view. You don't have to have HBO.
Pay-per-view. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's get another bottle of wine, drive off in our electric car.
There you go.
So,
by the way,
so Cowboy mentioned
my Tesla.
Bottle of wine, drive off an electric car.
Cowboy mentioned ISIS a minute ago, so I just Googled it just to see what would come up, the latest news.
There it is.
Great headline. Anti-ISIS militant orders his own killing so he can get to heaven on time.
That makes sense.
There you go. Good luck with
Real
that guy.
smart, guys.
Good luck with that, you dummy.
Way to go, man.
As long as they have people that dumb,
We're going to be all right.
we're going to be all right.
Was anyone like, well, maybe we shouldn't murder you. Why don't you strap this bomb to your chest and do us a favor and run in that building over there so you at least take people with
They're
you?
having their
You
asses.
fucking
They're already
idiot.
having their. Not only are they having their asses kicked, but you got to remember, ISIS pays the family of their martyr. So if you're a martyr, they call it being martyred. They have to pay the family benefits and stuff.
Like
they're
royalties
running
for the
out
rest
of
of their lives,
money.
right?
They're running out of money because they can't tap into those oil reserves as much.
Plus, Tim
anymore.
Kennedy hates you.
Yeah, I love Tim Kennedy.
Me too.
So there's a lot of talk about ISIS, and people think, what are we doing overseas? And I was kind of on that board too. I'm a Republican, 100% Republican.
Bet your sweet ass you are.
And so I went and did this around the world in 7 days. And I went to places that we can't even talk about because I was with the Secretary of Chief Staff and Joint Chief Staff, and who's number 2 under the president, right? So we
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Man. We went to some places that countries didn't even know we were there, right? Yeah, it was.
What kind of plane were you on?
Big ass C-16, I think.
Who the fuck set this up? You can tell me out there.
Yeah. So anyways, we're going to see these guys, and a lot of the guys we'd land, dude. So scariest thing in a plane, right? Flying is scary, but when you're going into a war drop zone,
Yeah, you do. I've done it. Where
Where
they
they-
do the combat landing.
oh my
Your
god,
stomach falls
Keep going,
out.
Cowboy.
and the light is blinking red,
Yes.
and they are just hooking and dumping.
They
right?
dive straight down, man. And
because you can't
you will
So no, you
Sick.
can't because the slow ascent.
They're gonna blow your ass
So
up.
you just cut and dump. So these seats, I might be wrong. The pilots, I'm not very educated in this, what I'm talking about, but they floor it right before we land. So they coming in straight down, all of a sudden full thrusters, and you just punch into the ground.
God damn.
Bam, like an emergency landing.
terrifying.
What are you wearing at this point?
Oh, you're fucking. We're all harnessed in, man.
What kind of clothes are you wearing? Do they have you in like military
No, I'm in
stuff?
sweatpants and fucking a monster shirt.
Yeah, for sure. Dress up.
Plug.
But by the way, those combat landings, I did that in Afghanistan.
So anyway,
but
yeah,
who else were you with, Cowboy?
I was with Anthony Pettis and Peanut Terrell from the who'd we beat in the Super Bowl? Denver Bronco beat the
Bears.
the
No, Camden or the
the
Panthers?
Panthers.
Yeah.
Oh,
gotcha.
Peanut. The guy who punches the ball and makes everyone fumble. Anyways, I was with him, Craig Morgan, the country singer, and Miss America.
What an interesting group of people to go on this thing. Was it necessary?
Man, so we'd go there and we'd land in these places and we're like, where are we? And we're like, well, it's classified, Okay, whatever. We're just in, it looked like you would never know we were anywhere. I mean, you're in Kuwait or Baghdad or somewhere. And the soldiers don't look like soldiers. When you're in Tim Kennedy looking dudes,
Oh yeah,
all of them,
They're all
long hair.
beat monsters.
monsters. No tags, no names, no nothing.
Yeah, those
You
are the
just
shadow
know.
shadow
And
warriors.
one of the places we came out of, there's 128 of them. There was only 128. And we talked to them, took pictures, and the secretary gets on, when we get on the plane, says, man, it's crazy. They're leaving in about 12 hours, and some of those guys ain't coming back.
Damn, that's
And it
heavy
just
shit.
like hits home. So and I was like, what? Where are they?
Yeah.
Hawaii? Like, right? Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
That's
like,
what what they.
yeah.
That's
Suddenly
what they.
you were like, hey, wait a
Hey,
minute.
wait.
That's
can
what
I-
they do.
Can I go get another picture with them?
Yeah,
And
man.
yeah, right. And they love it. Guys
live
there.
for it.
Guys there. just like Tim Kennedy, missing one whole leg, standing on a crutch, like, put me in, coach. You know what I mean? Like, holy cow.
Bad motherfuckers.
So, which brings me to ISIS. So,
how long were you in each town though?
24 hours ish. Some places less than that.
Nerve-wracking?
Very, very nerve-wracking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very nerve-wracking.
I don't see why the fuck they'd bring you guys down there.
Well, probably morale booster.
Morale
for those
booster, man.
guys,
You wouldn't believe how grateful those guys were.
Yes.
It's crazy, man.
They're deployed for long periods of time.
Yeah.
I get it.
And we just
it.
get there, hang out with them, and talk. And Craig would play country music, and
But these are guys. These are like the elite
SEALs,
warriors.
yeah,
like
we were in
elite
places
forces.
that we thought we were out of. I don't even know if I could talk about this, but whatever. It's out of the bag now, ain't it? So, ISIS. Back to ISIS. I asked them about this. Why? And so ISIS is trying to start their own country,
Yes.
a caliphate.
Yep.
right? And they're trying to come and take over America. So,
Good luck with that.
well, right. I mean, you come to the ranch, you're getting mowed down, right?
Well, that's where I'm
Anyways,
headed if they do come.
So,
You get
but
mowed
my
down.
question to you is, you wake up in the morning, you go to Starbucks, get your foo-foo coffee,
You're damn
down
right
an
I
electric
do.
car, plugs into his little plug-in lot.
There's no
Yeah,
bigger
don't say
pussies in
little,
LA than
Don't
us.
say little though. Just
We
say,
are
just say,
so
I plug
fucking-
it in. Don't say
It is very
do his
fast.
little thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
it's a fucking badass car. Keep going.
Look how nice that is, right?
Yeah.
We have these guys over there fighting the war over there, so we're not here fighting the war.
Oh yeah.
So if ISIS comes to America, oh my God, how, your freedom of you'd be over your shoulder every day. People would have no idea. So what they're doing over there is they're containing the
Oh, for sure.
situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
You got to
know-
remember
you
this.
wouldn't
This is a
believe-
problem that's been.
We're on like Air Force One, like basically with all the computers, the guy was getting presents to the president, and it was like live action stuff I've never
also
seen.
people don't
I
realize-
can't believe they asked you guys to do that. How
cool.
dangerous it is.
Well,
No, it's sick.
It's a USO program. They've always done that kind of stuff. But what people don't realize about the fight with ISIS is that there's this notion that ISIS is a bunch of guys in military formation and they have these training bases. Not
No.
true. ISIS is difficult to combat because they're ingrained in the population, and they are,
It's hard to pick them out of a crowd.
They have safe houses,
And they
that you
are
can
in-
target.
they are in
when
America.
and when we were going from country to country, most of the like protection that we had was from the governing body of each country we were in,
yes.
and they were there helping fight ISIS in their own countries.
That's insane. Kevin.
So and a lot of them spoke English, and I would just talk to them all crazy, and they're like, "Yeah, you don't understand what these guys are doing for us here." And like Kuwait is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Kuwait, we're in Kuwait, and we're teaching them how to set up a government, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what they don't understand is all the older people that when we went there when Kuwait was getting invaded and we helped, they're all out. So now all they see is us there, and the younger kids are like
Occupiers.
hating us, right? Hate us.
Oh, yeah.
They don't understand. It was never passed
passion,
down.
yeah,
it was
man.
never passed down to generation of while we're there to help them. You
Yep.
know, so you see a lot of the hate.
Oh, yeah,
and,
man.
But yeah, I'm happy. I'm proud to be an American. I mean, I'm true blue as it comes. So I'm
sir.
I'm for those guys being over risking their lives every single day. So I can get up and maybe drive an electric car to Starbucks.
100%, man.
right.
Dude, when we had Tim Kennedy on the podcast, we were in Austin at the On It headquarters. We had him on. He was talking about a mission, and his boy died, one of his best friends. And
Yeah.
dude, and he was telling me how he's still doing active shit. I was like, dude, stop, Tim. Please fucking stop. And he's like, what are you talking about?
They
Like,
love
this is
it.
what
That's
I'm-
what he does. He's a
loves it.
sheepdog.
I would love that too.
He keeps us safe from the
I
wolves.
think that'd be so fun.
Yeah, you're 100% wired for it.
That would be,
Yeah.
that would
You
be
are
so
you are
fun.
100% wired for.
But it's
that
weird
guy.
because we've had a lot of Navy SEAls on the show or
Yeah.
former elite force
sure.
guys. But Tim, to me, is different because after that, we'll go to get lunch with these guys after, and you can tell it's like, fuck, dude, that dude's a natural born killer. Like, that's
Right.
what he does. He defends America. He kills and does not give a
Some
fuck.
of them get taken
but then
over
you
by
talk
the
to
darkness,
Tim.
yeah.
You talk to Tim, and it's like, what, dude? Like, I'm like, he should be president.
Yeah.
Like, he's the best person
He's
I
so
know.
he's
the best person
he
I know.
so enjoys life. He's such a silly goose.
and the nicest dude
yeah,
ever.
and a killer.
Straight killer.
Straight.
Like
killer.
even when he shows like this is how I'd kill a guy, I'm like, oh Tim, stop.
He did not have him. He
He's
did
a
not-
fucking killer.
He did not have him.
Within 10 seconds of the first time I ever met him, he just grabs me, turns me around. He's like, "This is how I would saw your throat off."
I looked at
And
him.
it was cute. So I was like, that's how you do it.
I looked at him and I go, "Oh, you've done that before." Okay.
and you go through the motions in your sleep.
yeah. I mean,
he's a stone cold
Can you
killer.
get more muscly? Can you get more muscle on a frame?
USADA tests him like every week.
Yeah, he's just so
I hate to tell you,
ridiculously-
he's just a fucking freak.
He's a freak.
And he's also the reason why you bitches are free in this country.
He's a physical freak.
And how great is that?
It's the best, man.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Fighting on our soil would be tough. It would suck.
Yeah.
Good luck getting over ISIS.
Yeah.
Good luck.
We've got 2 oceans that separate us. Next.
What else you got, Ev?
Well, have you seen the school that Tim Kennedy's basically operating?
Yeah.
He's teaching him how to not to die.
Yeah, it's like
he
open
can't
to the
he can't
public.
give location away. He just showed him with a bunch of straight high class special force guys, and he goes, "I'm here to teach him how not to die."
Why don't we go take it and do a podcast about it? We should go to.
Oh yeah, because they're gonna let 2 fucking yokers in
You're
on
not
that
a
class.
yoker. Get me in.
Fuck no, that's all classified.
And you're like,
shit.
how do I hold
You
this
said go to
gun?
the public.
No, I said he's teaching high level. He's teaching the toughest guys in the world.
So I can't go. Hey man.
Hey, won't we do a
What about
pod?
me?
Hey Tim, I know you're showing how not to die when they're in fucking
Hey,
Iraq.
guys.
But how do I hold
How
this
about
gun?
Skinny?
Hey, how about current events, huh?
Yeah.
Get the fuck
Hey,
out of
let
here.
49-year-old Skinny. I'll make you guys laugh and cook for you.
No, he's there to teach them
I got
what
you.
exactly
right.
when they're in combat.
Oh, I thought he was doing a public thing.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Oh, that's
Like
what
you
we
can sign up for it, not.
No.
Open to the public.
No. Tim
That's
is
why
How
soccer
not to
moms
die.
welcome.
yeah, you don't get Tim's set of skills and you open it to the public.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, next.
What else you got, Ev?
All right, we'll just do one more. That was way more interesting than pretty much all the current events we
Yeah.
got today, probably. But
Hell yeah.
so Vanderlei Silva, hopefully this isn't turning into a trend of MMA fighters getting hit by cars and guys bailing. But Vanderlei Silva got hit and run on his bike, nailed up by a car. Guy bailed, and Vanderlei had to have shoulder surgery this morning.
Fuck, man. Where's this? Vegas?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll be there and I'm gonna find that guy.
well, I mean,
All the people in the world that hit on a bicycle probably don't want it to be Vanderlei Silva.
well, no shit.
Was
the
it a
guy-
bicycle or a motorcycle?
Bicycle.
Well, no shit. The guy drove off. Vanderlei Silva. Like, oh shit.
Did he know though? Did he know, or was he half bent at 10:30 getting off his graveyard
It was
shift?
some
Yeah.
fuck. It was
yeah,
just some tool who hit him and drove off. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What can you do?
You wanna do?
Boom. You got some. We got a shitload of fan questions for you.
Oh, yeah,
Pick
we got
like
time.
6 or 7 Cowboys. So
We got 6 or 7.
you got
We don't
about
have to
6
do
or
that.
7
Let's
questions.
do 4. We don't have to do that many.
I'll do 100. I don't care. I got nothing to
No,
do.
yeah.
We're gonna go with. Is there a time frame here?
No, not at all.
We just let it run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good to go as long as we want.
Let's do it. Fan
Roll.
questions with the Cowboy.
All right, first fan question. I'd like to know why he didn't have his flag stitched into his trunks for his last fight after paying the fine and saying he would do it again.
I did. I had it on there.
Like inside or
Yep.
what?
They sewed it on right across my cup. It was on. It was there.
Where people can see, everyone can see it or
Nah,
no?
you couldn't see it, but I showed it after the fight. I opened my shorts and showed it. To
So
Dana,
for those
you know?
that don't know, Cowboy always fights with these pair of shorts, right?
Yeah,
since the
American flag,
since the
yeah.
jump, it had the American flag, and you put a sliver of that on your Reebok shorts,
Only because over the years it's getting smaller and smaller
Yeah.
and smaller to
Yeah.
a sliver now. Yeah,
and then you got fined by Reebok because you did that, correct?
correct. Yeah, because I didn't follow
The protocol.
Way to go, Reebok. Thank you. That Reebok.
Let's
came out of
talk.
this
Let's talk about Reebok.
Let's do it, Cowboy.
Let's talk about this. I know that you guys speak about this, and I'm gonna talk about it from a fighter's perspective. Okay, Shab, you were there. You've had probably tens of thousands of dollars on your shorts that when it came time to get paid, they didn't pay you.
Very rare. I never got paid.
Very rare. You did not get paid.
Yes.
Well, that's good for you. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are new into the sport, that don't have a good management team and they don't have the systems in place to get them sponsorship. So the Reebok deal is guaranteed money that they know they're going to get.
A portion.
It is a portion, sure.
A very small portion.
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
you're on here to defend Reebok. Ooh, I like this.
So
Let's do this.
I don't know if I'm defending, but and this has nothing to do with where I stand in the UFC and am I worried about getting cut or anything like that. I'm talking
you're
freely.
fine,
Yeah. I think when the UFC sells and it's tailor made, we need uniforms, and I think they should expand the uniforms and let us pick, and it's going to happen. It's going to go there, but
Correct.
I was they told me they were going to find me. I did not. I'm not a victim. It's not like, oh, Cowboy wore his patch
and then
and then I got fined.
No,
You were
you
warned
knew
ahead
what
of
you were
time.
getting into.
Many warnings, many warnings. And even before I walked out, they're like, you can't walk out with that. And I was like, yeah, I do have a Cowboy. Do what the fuck I want. And then they were like, oh, here's your sign.
Yeah.
So
give you, but
They were fair about it. They gave you a lot.
yeah, they and so I can't sit here and play victim like, oh, God, they screwed me. No, not at all. And for all those guys, you know, that you just say they get a portion, sure, but the more fights they get in the UFC, the more that portion goes up.
$15,000.
15 grand, okay. 20 grand, 30 grand, right? So, but were you making 30 grand a fight?
It's making over 100.
You're a big boy, though. You're a big boy, and people know you. They don't know John Smith, third fight in the UFC. They don't know who he is. So how can I go?
So John Smith's getting $3,000.
$3,000, yeah,
guaranteed.
But guaranteed $3,000, and he's fighting in the UFC. How cool is that?
So because he made it to the UFC, that $3,000's okay?
Yeah, I mean that's that's the sport. That's what it's become now. I mean, we have to. That's where the sport's gone, man. We don't have an option, you know, for us to rebel.
Well, I'm not saying rebel. I'm not saying, but the game has to change now.
Sure.
Because you're signed with you're signed with a giant fucking agency.
Yeah.
Same with NASCAR. So to you, it's not as big of a deal, right? You're a huge household name,
right?
And you can go out. It's like, all right, I can't.
Oh, I feel like you'd make a lot more money without the Reebok.
But I feel like I make all my sponsors are with me right now. I'm on annual contract with Budweiser, you know. So and but which is my next point. You're a big name, so yeah, you make your 20 grand guaranteed from Reebok. You get unlimited clothes, whatever you need, you know.
Unlimited clothes.
You call them. They send you boxes to your house.
I
whatever
don't
you
give
want.
a fuck about unlimited clothes.
Well, you don't want.
I'm all set
clothes?
on Reebok, my man.
You're all set.
Well, once you get a certain point, like how much free clothes do you need? That can't be an incentive. That can't say, hey, we're giving you Reebok pumps till you're blue in the face.
Right.
Yeah, I'm fucking rich. I'll go buy my own pumps. You know what I'm saying? Like that can't be a state.
But all right, so we play. I go and I try out for the Denver Broncos, and I'm their new running back. Mm-hmm. Right, I got to wear their uniform.
You're also getting $21 million, so you're being compensated for your
actual
play.
Yeah, but maybe I'm not making $21 million. Maybe I'm just the first starter on the backup team.
Okay, you're still making well into the six figures.
And you have a pension if you play for how many years?
But you got to play for how many years, right?
4 years. 4 years. But this is the thing, Cowboy. You're still being compensated like a professional athlete. If I'm Joe Smith, like that guy you mentioned, making $3,000 from Reebok, I'm getting what, $6,000 from the UFC when they're worth $4 billion. And then the Reebok deals how much?
So are you saying maybe they need to get the Muhammad Ali effect in, and we all know how much every card's worth, and they pay us off that?
Correct. But see, I'm not opposed. I actually like that it looks more professional.
Sure.
The issue I have is you can't sign the deal and then take money away from the guys and not increase their purses.
Okay.
So if you were going to like, listen, we're putting this Reebok deal in, you guys have to wear this. We know a lot of you guys are going to be missing sponsorship money, so we're going to make up for it with your purse money now. So you're getting paid like a professional athlete.
Right. Well, so I make my $20,000 because of the tier I'm in for fighting, right, from Reebok.
Because you fight nonstop, yes.
Okay, fair enough. I also am Cowboy Cerrone, so the UFC recognizes that. So what does the UFC do for Cowboy? Harley Davidson. Thank you, UFC. What else? Fram. Thank you, UFC. What else? Monster. Mm-hmm. So all these companies the UFC gave me as a sponsorship that are on annual payments every year. And I'm not the only guy that gets this, you know.
There's maybe a handful.
Sure, but
a very small handful. You're also Donald Cerrone. You've earned it.
So, but has John Smith earned that?
Probably not.
Will he? Yes. Get in there. Do your job.
At what point?
I don't
Cowboy?
know.
So let's say John Smith is a journey guy.
Sure.
But he's a professional fighter.
Okay, let's talk about that. John Smith, he's a journeyman, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe he needs to look himself in the mirror and say, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I don't want to be the mediocre guy. Maybe I don't want to work at Walmart as a door greeter.
So then, what message does that send to the young guys? Unless I'm Donald Cerrone or Conor McGregor, fuck UFC.
No.
I'm not gonna make money.
But how many guys you see coming into the gym show up, quit their life, and they show up and they say, I want to be. I literally, if I told you tomorrow I'm going to the compound, I'm trying out for the Denver Broncos, you would laugh at me.
No, can I say something? Because I think that it's a little bit like boxing and acting and even stand-up. if you're going to be an actor, I always chuckle. I go, "You want to be an actor, huh?"
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
All right. So I can count on my hand how many people make it. It's
Right.
so difficult to make a living as an actor. And the same thing goes with boxing. And maybe because I've always said I don't think the UFC fighters are paid enough. I don't run the UFC. You know, I've always been very quiet about
you're
that.
Right in the middle.
No,
you're gonna play
listen,
both sides.
I don't
Go.
run the business, so I don't know. But what I'm saying is that maybe MMA.
They're worth $4 billion, Brian.
Maybe, dude, I don't know anything.
That's
I
what they
don't
were
know-
quoted at, $4 billion.
I don't know anything about running that company. Is what I'm trying to say. So
Okay.
maybe MMA right now, and I'm listen, is a sport. And if you're going to go into it, have fun. Like I say, having a roommate at 30 years old or 35.
Yeah.
Have fun making zero money because it's going to be just like boxing and acting.
That's
Do some
professional
people make money?
sports.
Exactly.
No, but that's a stupid point. It's nothing what we're talking about. Because if I make it to the NFL, I'm signing a 6-figure,
Different sport.
7-figure deal.
Different sport is
We're
all
talking
I'm
about professional sports. You said acting.
I'm talking about there are certain.
No, any profession.
No. If
You're
I'm
not
gonna be
gonna
if I'm
guarantee
gonna
an
be an
income, that's all I'm
Olympic
saying.
Of course.
sprinter, I'm not gonna make that kind of money.
Right.
Yeah, but
There's very few sports.
Okay,
baseball,
Cowboy.
football.
Cowboy, let's say you're an Olympic sprinter and you're getting paid $1 million a year, and the Olympics came in and said, "Hey, listen, you got to wear this now. You're getting $10,000 a year."
That's a good point.
What? The fuck?
That's a good point.
And also the Reebok deal that brings in this much money, and we find out that your business is worth $4 billion, and John Smith is over here risking brain cells, and you're gonna pay him $3 grand.
That's a good point. And by the way,
and when I'm done, I have no health benefits.
Right.
I have no insurance.
Yeah,
I have no
it's gonna
401k.
come. It's coming. The
I
sport
agree.
is so new.
It is new. I agree.
So,
We're in
how
that
long
phase.
has football, baseball, basketball, hockey been around?
For a while.
A long while. How long has
agree.
UFC been around? 15 years?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it takes generations to get everything right.
I'm with you, brother. Doesn't mean you can't make changes.
Sure.
It doesn't mean it's right just because they force it on you. It doesn't mean that John Smith doesn't deserve more. It doesn't
right.
mean that. And hey,
But
maybe if I'm Dana White, run a $4 billion company, I'd probably run it the same way until someone's going to tell me to do different.
Right.
Because like I don't have to do shit. There's no union. Fox, I can do this. These bitches have to wear these horrible uniforms. You guys aren't going to do shit. You can't go anywhere else. Where are you going to go?
And then I'm like, well, do I wear the uniform and do I fight for the UFC? Because that's what I do.
my issue is that if you're going to make it so punitive to be a fighter and you make the chances of being a Donald Cerrone so slim, I think athletes who could do other things are going to. And I think you're going to suffer in your talent pool because we always talk about if it's that hard to make a living at a sport and I'm getting my head kicked in, man, you're probably going to, your product's going to suffer.
This is what happens, Cowboy, because by having the Reebok deal and now you're having UFC athletes go out to the free market. Okay, you're going to go out to the free market and compete with the Nikes and Adidas and all these companies. Well, now, if I'm Nike, why the fuck would I sign a fighter when I sign Ronaldo or Messi right here? Because now you're in free market. Now you're talking about some real fucking draws. So that's the world we're in.
So I love where you're coming from with this, and you're like, this is where we are, and this is what we need. Okay, well, let's talk about John Smith again, right? Cowboy stands up and says, "You know what, Dana? I need more money. The Reebok deal I don't like, right?" John Smith says, "You know what? That's good for me. I'll take that.
Oh, that's the problem.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll fight for that.
Oh, no, I agree.
I want to be in, so we're in this weird limbo stage right now. It's gonna take time."
Dude, trust me, it's going to take time. It's going to take really, and I'm not the guy for the job. I don't know how you're going to do it. It's going to take a union, which every major professional league has.
Sure.
So if you want to say, hey, the UFC is one of the top grown sports in the world, we're right there with these other leagues, you're full of shit. Because until you have a union, no one can take you serious.
Right.
When fighters don't have a say and we have to just take what you're going to put down our throats, well, that's not fair. And then America, everyone in the world recognizes that. Everyone does. And no one's like, fuck Reebok. Look at their sales. Why do you think that is?
Bad marketing for them.
Well, the marketing's terrible, but the big thing is people know what the fighters are getting.
I think, listen, very good points.
But again, this isn't a knock on Dana. This isn't a knock on the UFC. That's the state of fighting right now. It's
Right.
very new.
It is
and
very
they're
new.
trying to implement this stuff. But for people to be upset, that's fine. No one should be shunned or no one should be disciplined because, like, dude, what the fuck? It's kind of messed up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part where it seems like if you're being censored by your own company, it's tough. Next question.
Next question.
Good
All right.
discussion about it though,
For sure.
and good points.
All right, next one's from GT Max Racer. What does he think is going on with Anthony Pettis? For you, Cowboy.
I mean, you guys have trained a little bit. He's obviously jumping around camps now. Since I'm not saying he's on anything, it's just a coincidence. Since the drug testing has gotten stricter, and he's had tough matchups, he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't even look the same.
I just think he's dealing with some demons.
Yeah,
I do. I think he, he just didn't want to pull the trigger on that. And Anthony needs to work on his wrestling. That's what's happening right here. So I don't know if he's fully taken that into consideration. Like, I need to wrestle. When him and I were down there working together, we were working on that a lot. What do I think is his deal? I
think it's a mental issue.
It's a mental issue right now for him. He's gonna. This is what the UFC needs to do.
Because with Barboza, there's no wrestling.
Yeah, there's no.
So they were like, all right, fuck it. All right, wrestling's your downfall. Here's a pure stand-up guy. Barboza, trust me, is not going to try grappling you.
Mm-hmm.
Do something.
Yeah, and why didn't Anthony work on his wrestling and take Barboza down and win the rounds?
Mm-hmm.
Right, the days of fighting the one-dimensional fighters is gone. Long gone, right? If you're not evolving every day, because why? Because we have all these new kids that are in jiu-jitsu at 6-7 years old.
Correct.
That are wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and striking. So by the time they're 18 and they're coming pro, they're well-rounded in all aspects. So I think that it's the dying breed of the fighters that can just have one or two disciplines.
So you think with Pettis right now, it's more if he hasn't caught up to the evolution of the game.
It's no secret. I mean, it's his wrestling. He needs to get his wrestling on track, and maybe he has some things going on at home or something that we don't know about, and that's holding him back. You know what I mean? The mental demons.
Isn't it possible also that he's in such a competitive weight class like you guys, and that he's meeting monsters and
But he's always met monsters, and he's destroyed them. I mean, he beat Donald.
Yeah.
He KO'd. I mean, with a body shot. You're talking about a guy who's on the Wheaties box.
Yeah.
You're talking about a guy who's beat the very best in the world. So as far as monsters, what the fuck? No. Yeah. That's what he does. That's what Cowboy. They fight monsters.
Right.
But he's not. He doesn't even look the same. He's not firing the same. He's not. His body doesn't look the same. And Anthony Pettis is one of my favorite people in the world. Yeah. But I look at him like, what the fuck is going on here with him?
Is it also possible, too, as you have more fights to study, your team is able to find where you're weak, and maybe they went, you know what, Anthony's a great banger, just wrestled.
Everyone's always known that, though, and he's never had. He beat Ben Henderson by jumping off the fucking
Gilbert
cage.
Melendez.
Everyone knows that.
He beat Ben Henderson with a triangle and submission.
Armbar.
I'm sorry, an armbar, yeah.
But it's like... Yeah, I don't know what it is. I hope he figures out, man, because he's one of the good guys, and the UFC needs a guy like Anthony Pettis. He's one of the good guys, man.
Next question.
What else you got, Ev?
All right, next one. What is it going to take for just a normal guy to be able to roll out and get down at the ranch with you?
Just hit me up, DM me, throw me, slide in the DM.
Anyone slide on in the DM.
Anyone
can just roll into the ranch.
I mean, you can't just show up unannounced. that can't happen because.
It's weird.
It's weird.
And you're going to get punched in the
might
face.
get mowed down.
Yeah.
Have you had that happen before?
Yeah, we've had people come looking through the windows. Well, actually, USADA came to my house. So this really pissed me off because it was Sunday at 10:45 at night, banging on my door, right? Lindsay's getting ready. She got to work at 5 a.m. at the hospital. Dude's lucky I didn't answer the door with a fucking gun to his mouth.
Whoop his ass, yeah.
Like the way he was beating,
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, dude, there's no kind of...
That's bullshit.
There's no need for this.
That's intrusion.
There's no need for that.
And he's like, well, I can come up to 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, that's on a Sunday? I remember sitting at home. If somebody called my house past 7 o'clock on a Sunday, my parents got upset.
Hell yeah, mine too.
You know what I mean? So
he's a power-hungry shit.
Beating on your door at 10:45, I was like, man. And then he gets there, and we take the piss test.
Power. And
I'm like, well, let's do blood. And he's like, well, I forgot the blood stuff, so we can't. And I said, well, if we're gonna do it, let's do it because
let's go full out.
Let's
so
go.
You have to come back.
Yeah,
bitch.
let's take the blood. Let's do it all because if you're taking my blood, I know you're taking their blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it full force, right? Every time.
This is the Dos Anjos fight.
This was just 3 days.
Recent.
Yeah,
God damn.
Government the abuse of power to 10:45 on a Sunday.
So that's what I'm saying. But anyone, yes, you can come. You could, and I welcome people all the time to come up there, hang out, see the ranch, come play, come train. And,
that's cool, man.
Why not?
That's
Might
really
have to take
cool.
a week. I know what I'm doing my next vacation.
Come on.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Enjoy.
Do some chores around. I'm gonna get a hat too.
All right, next one. So the UFC is always pulling strings for Conor McGregor, saying it's because he never lets them down. I think Cowboy goes above and beyond that. Do you think they could be doing more for you, like cashed up super fights in other divisions?
Next question.
Yeah. No, yeah. I do a lot for the UFC, and they in return do a lot for me, man. I don't know how to answer that politically correct.
Next question.
Yeah.
Well, moving on.
Yeah.
All right, as an
that's
action,
a tough one.
Yeah.
as an action,
They could toss some super fights your way.
Yeah.
Like
like to see you fight
the
Nick
Cote fight does nothing for me for you. Where you're at in your career.
So they offered me the McGregor fight when Diaz. I just got done fighting.
There's no way you turn that
Who
down.
did I just fight?
Who'd you just fight?
The Cowboy guy. I was
The
literally
Brazilian Cowboy.
I was
How
literally
dare
in between layovers, like just landed, my phone blowing up. Dana, boom, 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 boom. Hello, will you want to fight Connor? Me fight Connor? When? So I said no, but no.
I was like, fuck
yeah, of
you.
course. So and the funny thing is this is what I told Dana, because Diaz was asking for $500,000, right?
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what that's it. Fuck you, Brandon. Anyways, I said I would love to fight Connor, and I'll do it for the same pay. And Danny said, okay, I'll get back to you. And then here's what fucking pissed me off the most. They sent the camera crew out to me, filming, right, boom, boom. So
it's
now,
about to go down.
and I said, I'll make 55. I told him I'll go to 55 fighting because that's what you're supposed to do with Dos Anjos.
Yeah.
So I'm in the gym, and I'm training. I'm cutting weight, no eating, running hard, trying to cut this weight 2-3 days. I'm like, Dana, what's going on? I'm hearing Diaz. Like, can you throw me a bone just so I can stop?
Yeah.
So I can go
myself.
enjoy my vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know what's going on. You got to watch SportsCenter. So I had to watch SportsCenter and find out that Diaz was fighting just like everybody else. So I had no clue until they announced it at 11 o'clock at night. So they they call me. So everyone's like, you turned down the McGregor. No, I thought I had the McGregor fight, and it was either someone on their team that chose. I don't know what happened, but I was
You're ready to
I was
go.
deselected.
I think it might have been because they kind of said that they probably went, Cowboys bad matchup for him. He's going to take him down, beat him up on the ground.
I just come off of a training camp. Diaz did not. I mean, there's a lot of
let's give Connor Nate, because Nate hasn't even had a training camp, and it's an easy win for Connor. That's what I think happened. You were too dangerous for the Golden Boy.
So
I mean,
so they offered it to me. So I mean, I've had.
You've had the offers. Those super fights are tough to work out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of wheels have to.
Everything's got to fall into place,
together.
right? Yeah, it's just tough. It's tough.
But they should definitely make that happen for you.
And it's also really tough because I'm always fighting. I'm always in a match. So
it's hard to take you out.
And make it happen. So
I want to see that. Next question.
All right, next one. You seem like you live a very fulfilling life. What advice do you have for some 20-something-year-old listeners?
To fucking live life, because one day tomorrow's not going to be there, man, for sure. So I look at life like now with my money and the financial situation I'm in. I'm living the retired life now. That's how I look at it. So if you said we're going to Vegas today, I'll be like, let's go.
Let's rock and roll.
I'm down like 4 flats, baby. Let's ride.
You have someone helping you though manage your money.
Oh, me.
Oh, well,
I look at my bank account, and I see,
sir.
and then I'm like, oh, I'm comfortable. I should go spend that so I get a little hungrier.
Yeah, see, now that's
Okay,
again, now I'm worried again. Now I feel like I'm skydiving. Damn it. Brendan and I are going to have a talk with you after this.
So I just think that, these young kids, so training the way I used to and training the way I am now, it's so much different, man. These young kids, the hungry, grinding metal, like you do nothing for your body on a Thursday when you've trained hard all week and you're sore and you're tired and you go to practice and you're only getting 10% out of that practice. Why not take the day off and come back the next day and get 100% out of that practice, right? So
make them count.
Make them count, man. Make every day count. If you don't pass up the opportunities to live. You see a lot of these guys get in training camp and you were the same way. I know it. I've seen you come to my house and shut down. You know?
Yeah, I was the exact same way.
8 weeks,
Miserable.
my life's over. This is all I see.
It's
all I
the
see.
worst.
Protein, little bit of fats.
Yep.
Sparring, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, back to protein.
Repeat. Yep. For real.
And sleeping.
That's all I see.
Sleep.
Yeah, man.
And I sleep.
There's no way to live.
That's all I see.
I was miserable.
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 So you need to, when somebody says, "Hey man, let's go to the lake." You know what? Fuck it, let's go to the lake. Let's totally get our minds off this training. I don't even know if those kids were asking about training or if they were just asking about living in general.
No, this is good, man. Yeah.
So even the guys that work a regular job and they have the opportunity that their friends are going to the lake, man, fuck it, call in sick and go. Why not?
Live a little.
Live a little. Live a lot. Live a lot.
Good advice.
Man.
Good life advice.
Yeah, so I was my dad used to own a Generations Entertainment as a disc jockey service. One of the many things he did, when I was growing up, he was an entrepreneur, always trying to find the next big thing to make money. And we went to this. He had a meeting with a company. I never told anybody this. And on the wall in giant red writing, this lady had a mission statement: live a life worth living and work a job worth working. And at 9 years old, I was like, God, that's cool. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And it's always stuck with me. Live a life worth living. Live a life worth living. Work a job worth working. Every day, I get to wake up and go train. Every day, I get to sit here and fucking hang out with you guys, right?
Yeah, thanks to Tim Kennedy.
Thanks to Tim Kennedy. America. So I'm. It's such an honor, man, to do what I love. So the days I wake up and I'm like, I gotta go to the gym. No, you stupid son of a bitch. You get to go to the gym. You get to do what you love.
I love the way you put that into context.
Like, right? You get to.
Yep.
Get to. I don't have to go to the gym.
No. You're aware of how lucky you are. It's called being mindful.
Oh my God. So I get to live and live a life worth living, man. It's just
goddamn Cowboys grown up.
By the way, Donald Cerrone, one of the reasons he's one of my favorite people.
And also one of the best fighters in the world.
And one of the best fighters in the world. And by the way, hell of a podcast.
That was a great podcast, Cowboy. You're a beast, man. I've been waiting for a while, man. I was offended.
Hell of a podcast. I get such a good feeling when we have a podcast like this. I feel like I've done my job. It's like this, like I ate a giant cake.
Cowboy kind of did our job.
Swear to God. Yes, he did.
All right, you freaks. That's Donald Cerrone.
All right, you filthy
guys know where to find
freaks.
him. We will be in, as you guys are listening to this, we are on our way to Nashville. Come see us in Nashville, New York, Boston, Philly, all this week. Boston's
Bring tape
Thursday.
For your sides. They will fucking split.
Philly's Friday, or Boston's Friday, Philly's Saturday. This is the Finally Kid with the Cowboy. We're out.
We out.
Yeah.